What is up, everybody? J Nell here with my UFC on Fox. I believe it's 24 prediction video. It's happening this Saturday. Of course, the Fox cards are always free and they're always really good, so please tune in for this one. It should not disappoint. So let's get into it. First up, I'm choosing Jeremy Stephens to beat Renato Marcano. I'm so sorry. I will learn how to say your last name. Should be a good fight. Good way to open up the card with that punching power, and I think he's a bit more technically sound, and I think Jeremy's faced a higher level of competition for a bit longer. But again, great way to open the card. But choosing Stephens. Next up, I am choosing Jacare Souza to beat Robert Whitaker. But again, he will not run through Robert the way he's been running through his past opponents. I'm outside in traffic, the nice blue wall, so please forgive all of that. But he will not run through Robert Whitaker the way he's been running through his last opponents, especially if he chooses to keep this standing. That is Robert Whitaker's base, and I do believe he's more comfortable and probably has more diversity, especially in his punching combinations. I think they last a bit longer. I just think he's more comfortable with the striking. So even though Jacare can stand with the best of them, has knockout power, Robert also has unassuming knockout power. He is stronger and quicker than he looks, and he might have quicker hand speed than Jacare. So even though Jacare can stand with the best of them in his division, I still think he should do enough. You don't want to telegraph what you're going to do, but get this fight in close quarters. Dirty boxing, whether it's in the middle of the octagon or up against the cage, get it down, go to your strengths, get that win, get your title shot, Jacare. Get your title shot. All right, co-main event. I'm super excited for this. I was super excited the moment I heard that they were thinking about this. In the women's strawweight division, we have Rose Namajunas, Thug Rose, taking on Michelle Waterson, the Karate Hottie. And I'm super excited for this. These ladies might even steal the show. You have Karate Hottie with a black belt in karate, and I believe she has a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, but it might even be higher than that by now, because her grappling is nice. Have you seen, look up her Invicta FC strawweight championship fight with Jessica Penne, and you will see one of the most beautiful displays of grappling. It was one of the best fights of that year. Okay, so moving on. She's very technically sound. She's one of the bigger ladies in that division, although Rose is going to be a bit bigger than her. She's got the experience. She's mentally very strong. She's always improving. She makes good adjustments during the fight. She's just really got everything you want. Got everything you want. Hits harder than expected, the whole nine. Now, Rose Namajunas. Rose Namajunas has a black belt in karate and a black belt in taekwondo, and I believe she's got a brown or blue belt in jiu-jitsu. Also, these are two of the more technically skilled fighters in this division, especially with the stand-up game. And I think we will see some stand-up fighting here. Rose is going to be taller. She's going to have a bit of a reach advantage. And I think as far as thicker or bigger, she's kind of a slender girl, but she might be a bit bigger than Michelle, just a bit bigger. Now, who's going to be stronger? I'm not quite sure. Michelle, for me, she seems to do better with things like the weight manipulation, finding her opponent's leverage, things of that nature. And I think that's where it's going to come into play here. I'm not sure either woman is going to be just outright physically stronger than the other one. This is going to be a technical battle. This is going to be cerebral. And I hope that Rose doesn't get too inside of her head like she tends to do. Sometimes she's too willing to fight her opponent's game, like she did in her last fight against Kawakawiki. Or I probably said the wrong lady. Carolina, yeah, that's the right lady. Against her. She won the first round, was winning, and then she decided to fight Carolina's game. Close quarters up against the cage, where Carolina was stronger than her, was able to muscle her into bad positions, even though she was winning in space. With the striking. So I don't know why she made that decision. I'm not a fighter. I will not pretend to know why she did that. But those are the things that worry me about Rose Namajunas, is that sometimes I feel like mentally there are missteps. She's still very young, 24, 25, something like that. She's fought a high level of competition this entire time. So we could see her get over that hump, turn that corner in this fight against someone the caliber of Michelle Waterson. We may see that here. But for me, Michelle doesn't need to turn that corner. I see less mental mishaps, missteps from Michelle Waterson than I do from Rose. And for that reason alone, I'm going with Michelle Waterson. I also think, that's it. I can't really say, it might be a bigger fight as far as star power. Michelle's great with the media. She's beloved, you know what I'm saying? Rose is a little bit more closed off, a little more introverted. So as far as promoting women's MMA, it's a better fight for her to get that fight against JJ, because I think the winner of this is going to be the next to fight Joanna So I think it'd be a bigger fight if Michelle wins. So that kind of sways my decision as well. But I am going with the Karate Hottie, but this is too close to call, quite frankly, and it should be an excellent fight. Now, main event, and we're seeing the UFC flyweight champion Demetrious Johnson, Mighty Mouse, taking on Wilson Reis for possibly his 10th, historical 10th Anderson Silva tying title defense. So Wilson Reis, of course, he's a strong grappler. He's going to be physically strong as well. I think he's a bit shorter than Demetrious, so I don't think he's actually going to be bigger. But Demetrious, don't play that game. Don't play your opponent's strengths, even though, quite frankly, now that I've said that, no disrespect, Wilson, but now that I've gotten that out the way, let's talk about Mighty Mouse, who you know is the pound for pound #1 right now. Mesmerizing, one of the most technically sound, as Joe Rogan says, as a lot of people say, as close as you will get to technically perfect in the UFC. He is good at everything, and the things that he was bad at, he shored up. Wrestling base, but he said, I'm gonna get good at Muay Thai. Got good at Muay Thai, decided to beat some people with some knees. He said, I'm gonna get my jiu-jitsu up, decided to submit people. You can't say he doesn't finish people anymore. Submitting Horiguchi at the last second, didn't even have to do that. Knocking out Benavidez, punching him like 5 times before the ref could even get there. The knee KO to the body of Henry Cejudo. So you can no longer say that this man is not finishing people. He has it all. He has it all. All right. Of course, the fastest athlete in all of the UFC. So fast that even in real time, he puts together flurries that you can't even see each individual shot. When he decides to take someone down, he decides it, and then he's across the octagon taking him down. You don't even see the individual steps. The speed on this man, the precision on this man, the way that he makes adjustments. Oh, I lost a minute of round 1. I will win every minute of round 2. He is mesmerizing. He deserves to be #1 pound for pound champ. Wilson Reis, no disrespect, but I'm choosing Mighty Mouse. I want to see him get this record. I want to see him surpass Anderson Silva's record, because he deserves it. Because he deserves it. Good guy, good personality. Y'all need to back up off my boy. He's not boring. He's not boring. He is mesmerizing and a good guy. So I'm picking it from Mighty Mouse. Now, let me know your picks, any injury updates, how excited you are to see Mighty Mouse tie history and then possibly surpass it. Quite frankly, look, this is amazing. Westbrook making history. Mighty Mouse making history. Okay. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm now on Snapchat. Subscribe, like, talk to me, take care, and goodbye.